What's up, my people? How una dey na? Welcome back to my channel. Now, this is the League Cup semi-final preview between Chelsea and Arsenal. The Carabao Cup. I think the Carabao Cup has actually taken the name now. So, yes, the Carabao Cup semi-final between Chelsea and Arsenal. Very big game coming up. And one thing is this game is not just a one-off semi-final match. They have been playing one-off games, knockouts, a winner must emerge in all the rounds earlier. But this time around, the semi-final has two legs. You play home and then you go away next. So it's going to be a very interesting game. If you get the win from the first match, you stand a better chance at advancing onto the finals. But then you need to do everything possible to get that win first from the first leg and then stand that chance. But going into this game, it's not going to be an easy game for either of the teams because there is a start that backs each of the teams to progress onto the finals. Now, on Arsenal's part, they have a very long-standing winning run against Chelsea, which makes it difficult for Chelsea to play against them currently, and as well gives Arsenal the confidence that they have all it takes to get this win. Of course, they have been playing very good football recently, since this season actually. They are scoring goals, their defense is very, very solid. They have even the people who can score from all angles of the pitch. They have a very good goal-scoring defender in Gabriel Magalhaes. Then midfield, Declan Rice has been popping up with a lot of goals this season. Then their attack, Martinelli got a hat-trick in their last game. And then Victor Gyökeres is not scoring that much, but the good thing about Arsenal is that they can score from all areas of their pitch, which is a good thing. So on Chelsea's side too, Chelsea has this very good record in League Cup semi-finals. And I think in their last 5 appearances in the League Cup semi-final, they have emerged victorious in 4 out of those 5 games. They have defeated their opponents 4 times out of the 5 games, progressing to the finals. But the catch is this: that particular one game that they did not win was still against Arsenal. So I'm sure that these teams will be coming into this game knowing about these stats and knowing fully well that this particular match is going to add something to the already existing statistics concerning this fixture. So that's why I said that this game somehow starts favor each of the teams in one way or the other. Now, Arsenal are looking forward to winning a first trophy in a very long time. And this is like a huge step towards achieving that. A semi-final that they will be hoping to win, so that the next match will be the final against, if they win, the next match will be the final against Manchester City and Newcastle, who are already playing today. So it's going to be a very interesting match to watch. Then Liam Rosenio, being a new manager in town for Chelsea, who is already trying to get his ideas across the team and trying to blend his ideas into the players so that they will play according to his standards and his knowledge of the game. We'll be hoping that at least this is the first opportunity for him to lay his hand on silverware, maybe replicating the type of success Thomas Tuchel had in his Chelsea spell when he came into the team from the second half of the season and managed to win the Champions League. So yes, he might look to replicate something of that nature this season, and this is his first major task as Chelsea manager. He got a win in his first official game against Charlton, a 5-1 win. But knowing the quality of that opponent, he will know that that was just a game on its own. But this game is a different game altogether. Quality opponents. Knowing fully well that you have no room for a poor performance in this game. If not, Arsenal will cause Chelsea all sorts of trouble. They will show Chelsea pepper. So that's why he needs to do everything possible to set up his team in a way that they will be comfortable enough to play this game against Arsenal. Match Arsenal, go toe to toe, and try as much as possible to get the win. So it's a good task for him. His second game in charge of Chelsea is coming up against an Arsenal team that are so established and playing so well currently. So it's actually something that everybody would want to see, and hopefully Chelsea gets this win in this game, because as a Chelsea fan, I will always stand for my team. But getting into the team news right now, a lot of absentees in the Arsenal team, especially in their defense. Ricardo Calafiori will not be playing in this game. He's injured. And then I think Piero Hincapié also will be absent in this game. Another doubt for this game, which is now 100% confirmed, will be Saliba. He was announced to be a doubt ahead of this game, but he might still like surprisingly appear in the game. He was not officially ruled out, but maybe late scans and checks will now determine if he will be a part of this game or not. But that Calafiori and Hincapi are already confirmed absentees. They will not be participating in this game, which is somehow a huge um, blow for them because Calafiori has been playing good all season. So not being present will not be so good for Arsenal. But then they have a very good replacement for him. Miles Lewis Kelly is there. So he will play this game and he will hope that he takes his chance in this game. He has been a very good substitution, or should I say replacement, anytime Calafiori is not on the field. Lewis Kelly does the job perfectly. So aside these two names, Hincapi and Calafiori, Arsenal has like the rest of the Arsenal team is available and fit for this game. Then on Chelsea's part too, there are a few absentees, most notably Moses Caicedo, who is also suspended for this game after getting a yellow card in their last game against Cardiff City. That was actually a yellow card accumulation, which now extended into this game suspension. So that is a very huge blow for Chelsea. But maybe the Chelsea squad will draw motivation from the fact that even in the last Premier League game that Chelsea played with Arsenal, Caicedo got a yellow card, and Chelsea still managed to play that game, go against Arsenal. Caicedo got a red card, and Chelsea managed to like play that game, go against Arsenal toe for toe, band for band, quality for quality. And we got that very deserved 1-1 draw while still playing beautiful football in the process. So this game now, Caicedo's absence will be felt, but I'm sure that Chelsea will do everything possible to fill his absence comfortably. Probably Reece James playing in his position alongside maybe Enzo Fernandez and Andre Santos, depending on what the manager decides to go with. But then from the goalkeeper, everybody knows that both teams will be putting out a very strong team. So for Chelsea's starting lineup, I believe they're going to be putting out Robert Sanchez as the goalkeeper. Then Malo Gusto as the right back. I'm not so sure, but Wesley Fofana and Chalobah looks like the surest bet for the centre-back partnership in this game. This is not a Premier League game. It's not a Champions League game, but it's a League Cup semi-final, and like both teams are already setting their eyes on the trophy. So you feel the strongest possible team in this game. So Fofana and Chalobah looks like the strongest options for Chelsea in centre back, and I will go with them unless they decide the manager makes a different chooses different options. Then at left back, the good thing also is that Cucurella is back. He has served his one-match suspension in Chelsea's last game against Charlton as a result of the red card from Fulham's game. So he has served the one game suspension, and he's back for this game, very crucial game for Chelsea. So he will be playing at the left back position. Meanwhile, Jorge had a very good game replacing him in that left back position against Charlton. But Arsenal is a different team, so this is Cucurella's game to play. Then in midfield, in Caicedo's absence, we will definitely see James. This is a new manager. I'm not so sure if he will go exactly the way Enzo Maresca was doing. So this is his second game, and I said earlier that I don't think he has given me a lot of time to be predicting his lineups, but I'm just predicting on instinct. So I still believe that Reece James will be deployed in midfield alongside Enzo Fernandez, because Arsenal are like a very physical team as well. Their midfielders are very physical. So it makes sense if Chelsea set up a physical midfield. Andre Santos is there, but he's not that like physical. So that's why I chose Enzo Fernandez. Unless Liam Rosenio decides to go with a three-man midfield, then that's when you will now see Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, and Andre Santos. But if that is the case, then further forward, Cole Palmer will be starting from the left flank. He did against Fulham, even though he did not still have an entirely good game against Fulham, but he played from the left flank. So I feel like Cole Palmer might be starting from that left flank. Pedro Neto from the right flank, and Liam Delap as the striker. Yes, Liam Delap being the striker for this game. I think in his last two games for Chelsea, he has been somehow impressive. The game against Man City, where he came on, tried as much as possible to occupy the Man City defense, and still had a good game. Against Fulham, he did the same thing, got a goal. Against Charlton, he came on as a substitute, didn't really have a lot of time on the pitch, but you could see that he's maybe trying to impress the new manager who he already knows from Hull City. So this is an opportunity for him now to try and get his Chelsea career going by impressing the new manager, giving performances both in training and in games. So yes, I believe maybe Liam Delap will be starting this game ahead of Joao Pedro. But all in all, Chelsea will be putting out a very strong team against this Arsenal team, who will be starting in goal with David Raya. Kepa has been their cup games goalkeeper throughout this season. Kepa Arrizabalaga. But being a semi-final game, he still stands a chance of starting this game ahead of Raya too. So I might just go with Kepa. Let me leave David Raya out. Kepa, he's a good goalkeeper, no doubt. It's just that Raya is the more established one. But Kepa starting this game, like, you will still be assured that your goalpost is secured, especially with the type of defense he has with Saliba and Gabriel being in his front. You know that the Arsenal team, like, they are good to go. Then Julian Timber as their right back, obviously. Miles Lewis Kelly as the left back, starting in their back line. Then moving into their midfield, you see Declan Rice, and he has been in scintillating form this season. Rice has been balling. He's been one of the best players in Europe, the whole of Europe, throughout this season. I'll give it to him. He has been good. He has been that good. So yes, Declan Rice in midfield alongside Martin Zubimendi too, who is slowly, like, a lot of people are not actually noticing Zubimendi this season, but he has been at the heart of everything good Arsenal are also doing this season, popping up with a few goals too. So Zubimendi is up there with Arsenal, and in their midfield, Zubimendi, Declan Rice. That's what their midfield pivots will look like. Then in front of them, Martin Odegaard has taken up that number 10 position for Arsenal since his return from his injury. Eberechi has just been like sent back to the bench, and it was bound to happen because even in Odegaard's absence, Eberechi did not really convince that much. Maybe apart from the game he played against Tottenham and got a hat trick. Apart from that Tottenham game, Eberechi did not really convince in the games he played. There were a lot of games where he ghosted for Arsenal. So it made a lot of sense that Odegaard is back and he has taken back his position. So I believe he will continue in that number 10 position for Arsenal. Then moving forward, you will see Bukayo Saka. That one is non-negotiable. He's starting in that position because of Cucurella. And then there are Victor Gyökeres as the number 9. And Gabriel Martinelli, who just got a hat-trick from their last game against Portsmouth. I'm sure that Mikel Arteta will throw him into this game, hoping that he will bring that hat-trick form into this game against Chelsea. Like I said, it's a very big game. So if you smell that there is a player in your team who has eye for goal currently, now you will throw that person into the mix, believing that the person will replicate the goal scoring form and scoring in this type of fixture. So Chelsea, Arsenal, everybody is already like believing that Arsenal, based on where they are currently and their type of form and the quality they have in their team, including their squad depth too. I'm not even talking about their squad depth, because looking at their squad depth, you will now be seeing Merino in their bench, Noni Madueke, Leandro Trossard, who has been causing a lot of problems, whether he's starting a game or coming from the bench this season. So Arsenal has that squad. Maybe the only place they are a little bit slim now is in their defense due to the injuries to Mosquera, Nkape, Calafiori. But apart from that defense, their midfield, you still see Christian Nogard as an option for them in midfield. You see Eberechi as an option for them in midfield. So they are okay. And I even forgot to mention, Gabriel Jesus is back. So and everybody knows his quality now. His only issue is with injuries. Even Victor Gyökeres might not even be starting this game. You'll be surprised to see Gabriel Jesus starting the game. So Arsenal has the availability, like the quality down there to cause any sort of problem to any team. But I just hope Chelsea holds their own in this game, plays this game knowing fully well that a very big something is at stake, a trophy for that matter. Once you get rid of this Arsenal home and away, then you hope to play against City or Newcastle. But it's a massive game coming up. League Cups are usually fun to watch, especially when it gets to this semi-final stage. So we'll definitely sit and enjoy this one. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for supporting this channel in every way that you've been doing. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.